Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Welcome to pre-market analysis for Tuesday, August 25th, 2020. We have a few people tricking in. Good morning, good afternoon, River, Miss Michelle, all the way to other side of the Atlantic. It's currently 3:43 p.m. in Riyadh. 7:43 p.m. in Ho Chi Minh, and people who are catching this live broadcast in Singapore, where it's currently 8:43 p.m. on Tuesday evening. Wow, 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 wow. Another day, another set of opportunities. So let's wait a little bit on here. I think I did my due diligence this morning, unlike yesterday, by posting the link to the broadcast. Though something funny happened here is sometimes YouTube change the name of the server. There's a default server for this broadcast, but when it changes it, I know that some of you guys seems to be seeing maybe two broadcasts. Hopefully that's not happening. Hey, good morning, Mr. Ibom. I think okay. I like definitely getting names, so I appreciate that, sir. And we just established yesterday that it was a sir. So I know we have a lot of followers, YouTube subscriber. We thank you for that. That number it is growing, so we appreciate you. And uh, those if you find value, definitely you are catching this. Go ahead and subscribe. So we know we have members who follow us on YouTube well before they, they they make that first commitment to say, there's something useful or likable or of interest about this subscription alerts that this guy has been talking about. So we know that you are there. So Syncak, all right. Syncak, all right. So from that name, okay, I can infer a lot of things. So maybe we chat later or whatever you want to share. I'm not sure if uh, green, red, and yellow are three colors very dear to you, but your name definitely make me think of green, red, and yellow. If you don't understand what that means, that's okay. If you do understand what it means, then definitely that's mean that my extrapolation it's right on point. All right, so folks, I think let's get going. We actually have a lot. Hey, those who are not here, I don't know what's the reason. There will always be a reason why somebody uh, doesn't make it. Because if something is important to you, you will make the time for that. So today we're really just gonna spend the time talking about which that we see. I've been teasing since this past weekend about uh, green, white, and green. All right, that's not far. You see, green, white, and green is next door to green, red, and yellow. So, so I love speaking in code. So I'm having an interaction with a fellow trader who's in the room, and we can understand each other without saying which tax is not saying. That's beautiful. Okay, the first thing of order this morning, as more people are trickling in, let's me go ahead and share the inside of the Discord. That's way I will not be caught by Mr. B Patrol of me speaking on the screen that I should not be speaking of. Hey, good morning, Mr. ID. Well, it was more. I'm still in the same chair that as yesterday, Mr. Adi and I. We had a late night session yesterday, so he may tell you guys if you guys are nice with him, yeah. Just ping him, and he may tell you what's he, how he spent his evening last night. Yeah, all right, so we are sharing Discord. Why am I sharing Discord? I just want to bring to your attention because as we are here inside of a community, okay, and as I say that, you see, if Mr. Sat is saying something, he's a quiet man, yeah? That means that something is messed up with. All right, Mr. Sat has a question. I thought he was about to tell me that, hey, there are two links for this, for this, for for this broadcast. We will answer Mr. Sad question very shortly here, so no problem with that. I just wanted to bring to your attention that there is a new room created on here, and with new room comes a new responsibility. There's a room that's a channel, that's a channel, a room that's called Humor of the Day. For me, hey, my aim is that we leave trading stuff where trading stuff belong. Meaning that this subscriber room about called the Hangout, I really would like to keep it clean as possible. Meaning somebody can go into this trade, find pertinent information about trades. Yeah, either the some results you see. Sometimes I tell people who don't share the results on here, but like people will put that in the onesie or twosie because we have channel for results. Yeah, we have channel for your winners or whatever. So keeping this clean, in the spirit of keeping this clean, we're in a community here, folks. We have things to share or things of that type. So if you have a specific interest, I will create a channel. It doesn't cost me money. Well, that's not true. Very soon I may be knocking at your door and saying, hey, because we're running out of capacity, we need to pay to upgrade this Discord to a paid version. Yes, I will come into you to ask for money. So just be aware of that. But my friend, there is one thing I know. When we start sharing these stories of about life or another thing, let's be mindful. Yeah, we live in a community, the world as a. Please police yourself. Yeah, there should be no comment, no joke or whatsoever that's going to be belittling or putting in a bad position any type of group. I want to be clear about that. Should that happen, because I don't have time to police it, but if I catch something like that, I will clearly ban you on the same day. I will not even refund your money. So the internet is my witness, right? So let's be mindful of that, because when we are in a group, trust me, people will sense the need to express themselves or whatever. Just be careful. So for me, for instance, you will never see me broadcast my political view on this trading channel. Yeah, I am very religious. I will not want to push that on anybody. Yeah. So let's be mindful of that. That's the only thing that I can say. But other than that, please feel free, because trading is stressful. I've said that before. If you want to share books, you want to share whatever music, let me know. I will create a channel. At some point, if we run out of capacity, I may ask you for a few pennies out of your 10 baggers, right? You guys are all successful traders anyway. So a few pennies here and there from your 10 baggers win, it will be no problem to pay the people of Discord, because this thing is actually a paid service, right? As of now, some people have asked me, oh, are we paying for Discord? I say no, but don't forget that. All right, so while we have that out of the way, let's go ahead in my control set. Let me go and see. We have 13 people. Hey, so we had Mr. Satid is in here. Yes, there were 2 links. Mr. Sat. You see, I told you guys. So I don't know. I don't know what that's happening, Mr. Sat, because definitely when I put the other version on there, for whatever reason, YouTube creates two links for the same broadcast, and there's only one that works. So hopefully people were able to find themselves on the right one. Let me try to refresh here. Why would they create the other one? I only create one. So they must have a default one and the other one. Yep, this is it. This is them. So they are showing this live on here. Yeah. And then they have this other one where there's nobody. Well, you guys are not seeing that screen. Yeah, Mr. B. I'm just talking to myself. There was two links. Hence, some people may be confused. They may be on the other one. But I pasted the correct one here. And if some of you made it, hey, let's be it. All right, very good. Does anybody has a question for subscribers or people who are inside of this code about which that I just said about how we go? You need to go about policing yourself and things that should be shared. While I wait for a little bit of the delay there, I will just move on to the next topic if there's an answer. So for the next topic, let's go ahead and see what's hey, by the way, I'm wearing blue today, but normally it should be red, right? I got lazy with my own color scheme. So we know that we are on a put scalping Tuesday, and therefore I should be wearing red. So right now inside of the screen, the broadcast you should be seeing, you don't see it yet, but shortly here, the Power E-Trade should be in there. Yes, so that's Power E-Trade over there. That's what we use here. That doesn't mean that you need to have Power E-Trade to trade successfully at successful tradings. Oh, did I make that up? Okay, let's go first to the market view. The markets are well. We hit all-time high yesterday, folks. So in case you missed out, in the I think it's whatever publication. I'm not even gonna say their name. You see, they said that the article after the market close was that 413 stocks inside of the SPX 500s were green, increased yesterday. Hence, it was not a surprise that we hit all-time high. And for us, even you saw yesterday, I took that trade at the 242 put, and then they did a head fake. Yeah, that head fake, and then they went into posting the all-time high inside of the last hour. I got out of my trade. I mean, that trade made like 10 cents per contract profit initially. I waited for it to maybe drop further. It didn't. When it started reversing, I had my 5 minutes and my 15-minute candle chart next to each other. I bailed out. So I got unscathed. But that head fake, they've been using it a lot. So let's be mindful of that. That's where the study of the chart's going to help you, right? So I didn't get to trade the move up or anything for whatever reason. At the end of the day, I was focusing about setting myself up and setting myself up for today, in terms of position, because definitely the last hour of the trading session, we have said it many times on here. The trading clock is something that we need to be mindful of. So setting ourselves up for today for what? So let's take a look at some of the stock on here. Some of them could be random, obviously, to begin the day here overall. So I've talked about volume in the past to some of you individually, and I pasted something this morning to say the importance of volume. So let's answer Mr. Sat and everybody question, because inside of your platform, when you create a watch list of stocks, volume is just one of the parameters that you can have in there, right? So for me, if you are using E-Trade and Power E-Trade more precisely, this is how it looks like. In our next one-on-one, I can help you set it up. It's not that difficult. I mean, I'm not going to promise you that I'm going to make a video on how to set this up. Trust me. I'm super busy this week preparing for that one thing that you may or may know about that's coming on September the 7th. So what is pre-market showing us this morning? Pre-market is showing us a few stocks that are on top on here. I'm going to talk about actually maybe 2-3 of those stocks. Yesterday, what happened? There was this news. I don't trade news. You guys know that, right? But there was a news yesterday that came out that, hey, in the Dow Jones Industrial Average, this is an ETF, an index that has 30 stocks. Yeah, if you don't know the component of the Dow Jones, go to Successful Trading blog, and trust me, you will get a great education on that. What happened is that they from time to time they will move stocks in and out. So yesterday there was an announcement that, hey, they were kicking yeah, you see this, my friend Mr. Axe is helping me here, so he's sorry about this, sorry. So yeah, there was a message on the other screen about people not knowing where we are. Thank you, Mr. Axe. Please. This man has done enough to bail me out in numerous times in these situations. So a lot of people are stuck into the first link that I shared, are not getting the live broadcast one, because we know, because recently we have been having, let's say, 20 people or thereabouts. So when we don't have 20, I know that something is definitely wrong. Hence, I've been stalling here a little bit. We're up to 19 now. But let's see on there. So thanks for newcomers who are able to make it. So we're talking about some of the stock and the news that came yesterday. There are two stock in particular that we know of, and that's why I'm adding them here in the watch list. AMG is a biopharma stock that will be entering the Dow Jones Industrial Average next week. And the other one is a stock that we are familiar with, yeah, CRM. Salesforce is the name of the company, and the ticker is CRM. So both of these will be entering the Dow Jones next week. And so what's the big deal? Well, the big deal, first of all, they are up this morning. That's what's for you and I were interested. They are gapping up. Let me say that again. So they are gapping up. So for us, our interest in gap up is what? Our interest in gapping up is that, hey, stock is showing movement. Any stock that's showing movement, we love that. So when we wake up in the morning, the first thing that we will be seeing. So, Mr. Sat, hopefully we answer your question, right? My volume, this is how I get my volume inside of E-Trade. So if you have E-Trade, all I do is I'm going to say select columns, and then I can put anything that I want on here. 10-day average volume, I can put it there. Delta from 52-week high, I can put it there. Description, I can put it there. So these are the ones that I have. Sorry if as I'm distracted on here. So performance over 1 month, 12 months, you can put all of them in there. Short interest, you can put them in here. So that's what for me I have on here, and you're able to see that. Again, this is a list of the stocks, yeah, not our options. My options, they are here. And I say that with a straight face. Yeah, some of you may find out why I'm laughing, why I had a chuckle. Okay, we have 23 people. We can start. Everybody find their way to the live broadcast. Thank you, everybody. Let's get going. All right, so AMG, it's gapping up. CRM is gapping up. The reason for their gap up is because they are going to be included in the Dow Jones Industrial Average this next week, I believe. And one stock that's going to be getting out of it, it's XOM. So, folks, those stock gap up, those stocks, they are candidate for you to do a gangster move. Yeah? So as of now, some of you have never done a gangster move before. So you are like, oh my goodness, this guy with his gangster move. Yeah, well, if you're interested in gangster move, you're going to have a lot, front, left, and center about it on September the 7th on that so-called boot camp. So maybe could that be one reason? So maybe you need to make it a list of reasons why you need to register for the boot camp. That will be one reason, because we are going to give you the A to Z of the gangster trade. Yeah. So for those who know what a gangster trade is, I'm just going to summarily tell you. Let's take Amgen, AMGN. That's the stock, right? So it's currently trading pre-market at $243. $243. Yeah. So what do you need? You need two things. Yeah, actually, you need one thing, but in each direction. You need a strike price if you want to do a gangster trade. You need a strike price for your call, and you need a strike price for your put. So this stock this morning has moved $7 or so. I have said this before. Again, I'm going to be going in length about this. I do that on Finviz because it's ready, and it's because it's charted, right? I just have to type the symbol of the stock. Why some of you may already know, why am I going here? I want to go find what's the average daily move of a stock like Amgen if I don't know the stock. Because if I know by how much a stock move in average per day, it gives me an idea about my strike. Yeah? So do I have that here automatically? Of course not. I need to go to my settings. And I need to remove one of these commodity channel index. That's nonsense. Stochastic fast, I don't need anything. But in any case, let me get what I need very quickly here. So the ATR, the average true range, meaning in average by how many dollars the stock move per day, it's $5. Yeah. So I'm Tuesday. So I have potentially this trade, I'm going to hold it for 3-4 days, right? So what if I multiply that by the number of days? 5 times 3 give me $15. $15, $20. It's a good indicator for me to pick my strike. You see, folks, you haven't heard this before, right? So this is another way, because a lot of you are still getting questioned. Oh, what is the strike? Well, come September 7th, please. You see, I'm giving you tidbits on here. They call them teasers. So here, in this case, then we go to the option chart of Amgen. folks, I'm not going to repeat this, right? Because we have a couple of them to go and we need to stop exactly in 13 minutes so that you guys can execute those trades if you so want. Yeah. And please be cautious. You are not spending a lot of money on this. That's the whole idea. So for us, we say that the ATR is $5. So should we multiply that by 3? So here for $15 on here or $18 on here, give us 260. So 260. 260 yesterday, they were going for 15 cents or thereabout. So this morning, the stock is up significantly. So we may not get that at the price that we want. Yeah. But let's say, for instance, this one, 270, was going for 1 cent yesterday. That's the last price. Yeah. So I'm going to say that on the call side, I'm going to put 270. Yeah. Why am I can't use 270, even though, let's say, it's way outside of that. Well, first of all, the stock could be going there by Friday, but the other reason is that, folks, you don't need to be in the money to make money. Yeah, to make money out of this trade, if you get the feels of what you're gonna be buying, all you need is that AMGN continue the bullish trend upward. Then this position will start appreciating. Yesterday was worth 1 cent. Well, how about this morning? For us, we're gonna say that the 270, we want to try them anything between 5 and 15 cents. So 10 cents is a good go at this thing. Yeah. So similarly on here for us, since we are taking 20, how many points are we taking? 28 points on the other direction. Let's say maybe, because they're gonna be cheaper. The put's gonna be the price of the put compared to yesterday is gonna come down. Oh, ah, Andrew, is that true? Yep. Hey guys, I think I crashed, right? Okay, maybe hopefully we are back. I'm reading that CRM has earnings today. Oh, in that case, then folks, all bets are off. Yeah. If that's the case, if that is the case, let's forget about CRM. Oh, Jesus. Oh, they're talking about CRM. Okay, that's CRM. So for us, we were on Amgen. So yeah, we can do Amgen. So let me share where I'm still sharing my screen. So we were on Amgen. Yes, we were on Amgen, and then I got distracted because when I started reading, I saw CRM. So yeah, I'm gonna leave CRM alone. For us, is on Amgen. So Amgen, we were saying 270 calls for 10 cents. Yeah. And we were trying to do the put side of it, which because the stock is up $6-7 on here, the put's going to become awfully cheaper, right? So for us, let's say on here, these are 220, 225, whatever. So in this case, let's try the 220, or let's say I like the 225 puts, 225 puts. And for us, we are going to say 225 puts. They're going to be much cheaper than this. Yeah. So in that case, for us, we're going to say again, anything between 5 and 15 cents. So 10 cents for those. So that's your gangster number uno. Yeah, folks, I know there's a brief delay, and I'm just happy that we are back on here. Thank you for sticking with these conditions. Obviously, I'm not learning my lesson on that, what I need to do in order for this thing to work properly. Okay, so are we set on Amgen? So if you want the gangster trade on Amgen, the 270 calls, anything between 5 and 15 cents. expiration is this Friday, the 28th, because I know some of you, that's another thing that will trip you up. And the 225 puts, then 5 to 15 cents. All right, folks, can we move to the next stock? I'm just gonna go slowly here because the next stock is important to us, and then we will stop. We will stop and give you a chance, 15 good minutes, such that you can figure all of that out. Especially since I'm seeing that I'm getting some red and lost frames, and I know why that could be happening. I just need a confirmation that you guys somehow, nobody has a question before I move on to the next one, because it's not going to be fun coming back to the other one. All right, so we can move on, all right? Okay, so let me go back inside of Power E-Trade and look at, I'm still inside of Power E-Trade here, but I want to go to the screen with the stock, so watch list. So a second stock of interest for us is something that I shared this morning. I mean, it's interest to me. It's up to you. I'm leaving CRM alone, folks, because of those earnings. And I'm seeing it here, right? So the button here is telling me earnings confirmed after market close. Yeah. So I will just leave that one alone. So then we move to this guy. Yeah. We talked about this guy yesterday at the close. Yeah. Some of you traded this stock yesterday at the close. Yeah. And some of you, I even asked you privately, hey, how did you position yourself on it? And I think it was shared yesterday that, hey, if this stock closed bullishly from that point, it was like in the last 10 minutes, the only direction that it could go is gapping up. With one of your fellow trader, we were late yesterday. We were actually scheming on this stock. You can ask that. That trader, his name is Adi. He can tell you everything that he discussed yesterday about that. So that's what this morning in the Hangouts, so when I pasted the volume, the early volume, where BA had more volume than QQQ and SPY. And I tagged him and I say, okay, ask Mr. Adi how he feels about what he's seeing on BA. Yeah. So BA, if you didn't have the position overnight, okay, but that's something that you need somehow. That's what I've been talking about, right? I've been talking about preparing ourselves to be in situations to make the most out of this system. And I'm going to keep repeating that, guys, meaning that if you are here as a trader, I see some of you actually which are doing something this morning. You are sharing in in a channel called The Power of the Mind. You're sharing your goals and your struggle. I think that's fantastic, folks. That's not something that I have to be doing. The community that you have right now, that's one advantage. You can support each other in that manner. So kudos to those who are partaking into that. But for me, I keep repeating, I get a sense of how many traders are going to be in trouble when I post a video on Saturday about the alerts, and I'm seeing just that only half of the people, the traders who are registered on here, have watched it. That tells me, that tells me pretty much what's going on. So, and that tells me to tell you, well, your results, they are going to be somehow proportional to, over the long term, proportional to how much work you put in. Yeah, I kid you not. I kid you not. So, because after a while on here, you will see that the trading should slow down for you, right? And you should be seeing certain things. So, question of the type, hey, how does Telex know that this stock is going to gap? That's fine. Hey, another teaser. Please come to bootcamp. By the time you are done with bootcamp, I'm going to show you actually how to find that information. Very easy. It's part of quantitative analysis. So I will show you how to do quantitative analysis. So some of you, they may have a hint or preview onto that. So that's something that we excel at here. So yesterday, we actually shared with some of you, and I even posted it in some social media. But I don't like doing that at all. I don't like doing that because if you're wrong, then it's like, oh my goodness. If you're right, all of a sudden you have the wrong type of attention. I don't like that. But for me, the quantitative analysis on BA was calling for it to be exactly at the price where it is right now. And from that, I have a target price exactly what it could be doing today, should the market conditions do that. But I'm not trusting this market. I think the market's going to be red at some point today. It's put scalping Tuesday after all. So you have an opportunity here for BA to do gangster trade, right? It's gapping up of anything. So if that momentum continues, let's go quickly here to the option chart for BA. So the direction is bullish in this case. So meaning the put's going to be extremely cheap at the open, right? So for us, let's say you can try the 170 puts. Or if 170, you can even try 165 puts. Yeah, really just to make sure you got them. So for BA, we are talking about 165 puts at 5 cents. Yeah. And on the upside, which seems to be the direction, because that direction even has a lot of volume. Yeah. I told you that an indication of volume over 100,000 is good. This thing was doing over 100,000 at 7 a.m. Eastern. Yep, I pasted that on there. So my friend here, this option, the call is going to be expensive by the minute, literally. I can't tell you that. Yeah. So what's going to happen on here is that we're just going to be clever, because this thing can fly. Yeah. If this thing can fly, so at this stage, hey, Mr. Adi, what was the one that you calculated yesterday? Because you actually did that. So to show your friends that you have done the homework already. It just so happened that Mr. Adi had his one-on-one last night, and hence in the one-on-one we talk about everything, folks, everything. So yeah, preparing for the next day is one of those things. That's another teaser. Maybe you should use your one-on-one. I know some of you, either you're shy or there's no reason to say I'm holding on the one-on-one for next month. If you're a subscriber and you told me, hey, Telex, I want to have another one-on-one before the next month, what do you think that I'm going to say? No, I don't want to educate you. Come on. Mr. Adi, what did we use? What did you use? You calculated that as a strike for BA, if you're still with us. If he's not with us because time is pressing, I'm going to give it 1 minute. I want that to come from him. That's where you're going to see that I'm not making this stuff up. He actually generated the whole model. All right, here we go, folks. Mr. Adi, it's showing you, that's the proof right there of what I'm talking about, because he did the homework. So for him, he calculated yesterday that the 218, the true value of that could be about 18 cents. So in order for us, for the price that we want, 210 calls will not be enough. So in that case for us, we're going to move to 220 calls for BA to make sure that we can get a price in a price range of 10 cents, 15 cents. Folks, you have it there. The master is Mr. Adi. He was all over this thing last night, slicing and dicing it in preparation for this very moment. All right, folks, it is currently 6:15 Pacific time in the morning. 9:15 Pacific, not Pacific time, SGT time. I love SGT time. I don't know why. One day, I make it to SGT. If you don't know what SGT time is, don't worry about it. I have fans in SGT. That I don't know, actually. But one of these days, hopefully, I'll say, live from SGT, welcome to Successful Trading. Okay, folks, let's hope that you got something out of this. If there are no questions, I will... 27 concurrent viewers. Congratulations, folks. Congratulations. So I'm guessing that all of these are subscribers to the channel. And 39 playback. Well, we appreciate the subscriber to YouTube channel, because it's thanks to them that we are continuing to do this, because the content, all 170 video or whatever that they are for the usage. So we thank you for that. Please, if you're watching this as a playback, we have a full playlist of other videos on pre-markets, on some of the so-called strategies that we have here. I know the gangster technique is so popular. Everybody who comes here for a meeting who is not a subscriber yet, that's the first one. What is that gangster thing you're talking about? So we appreciate you. Watch the other videos, comment on them, and if you find the content of likable or of value, please subscribe. Thank you. We will talk to you tomorrow. Have a great trading session.